Hey, what's up, traders? Welcome to weekly swing trading analysis. We're gonna go through 5 currency pairs, which are Aussie dollar, dollar yen, euro dollar, cable, and US dollar versus Canadian dollar. This is gonna be for a swing trading for the following week, starting basically tomorrow, depending what country you're living. So quick disclaimer, this video meant for educational purposes only and not for investment advice. Okay, let's start with the Aussie dollar. This currency has been going one way pretty much in the last 2 to 3 weeks. If you listen my last 2 weeks ago, the video I make about swing trading analysis, I've mentioned that I was looking to buy the currency. I think it was down here, because even this is like going down, it's still a bigger retracement of the trend. And yeah, I certainly bought it down here, and I was hoping to go at least up here, but then no, that wasn't here, but it did not, as you can see, and that trade ended up losing. So they went only to test these highs, and then it just continued to rally down. So if you got that to the short side and you went with a trend, then you should have made quite a decent amount. So for now, if you look at the weekly charts, it's been putting nice bullish candles, not bullish, the bearish candles. So I would be looking to, so it's testing these lows down here. So I would certainly look into short the currency. Depends how these lows down here. Depends how also it's going to open on Monday session. But I would certainly look for the short side, but I want to wait for a little retracement that I can have a bit of a better entry, and then look for where that might go. Let's have a look where it might go, because you can't really see much. Okay, if you look at the monthly charts, this candle is, yeah, it's a nice bullish candle. Yeah, may go down here, down to these lows, or even this, right down to these lows. So we're gonna see how the session is gonna open on Monday, and then how the price is gonna react. So if it starts going down, then yeah, jump on the short side. That's certainly where I would be looking, unless the price turns around and then continues to go higher. But we need to see a nice bullish candles if you want to get onto the long side. At least certainly me, I would be looking at that. Okay, now it's euro dollar. As you can see, on Friday the euro dollar had this really nice bullish candle rally up, and basically broke the trend line, and now it returned on Friday. It returned to that trend line, and it looks like that it broken the trend line. But we're gonna wait and see up here. I'm gonna wait and see how the Monday session gonna open. If it opens at the same level, and see how it's gonna proceed next. If it's gonna start going up, so it's time would be to buy. We're gonna have a reaction on here, up here, because we got these highs, we got these highs. So probably gonna have a reaction, and depends how the candle is gonna look like. With a nice bullish trend, then I'm gonna jump into the long side, or if it's gonna open below this trend line, then maybe it will continue towards downside, but this one basically needs a bit more observation, see how it's going to react on Monday and what the price action is going to do. So because it can go either way, but as of the daily charts concerns, it's more of a down than it's on the up, but certainly you can't ignore this nice bullish candle. Excuse my drawing. Let's look at the bigger time frames. That's what's going on. Oops. Let's look at the weekly charts. Yeah, certainly it's more down than it is up. So we draw the trend line. It's a bit of a trend going on here, to be honest. Let's see. So cuts in through. Yes, the trend. So you still wait and see what's gonna happen. I do like to look at the shorter time frames as well. Yeah, that's more like a waiting game in here. See what's gonna do on Monday, and then we see it's gonna be bullish or bearish. That's pretty much what it's gonna decide. Unless it's gonna start chopping around, you never know. But certainly next week we're gonna find out how this currency is gonna perform. And obviously to keep in mind as well is quite a bit of news out for for next week, especially on Friday. It's a non-farm payrolls day, but the Friday is still far away, so we will see what's gonna happen. Right, the cable. Its cable on Friday has this nice bullish candle. So that's looking, as you can see on here, it's a bit of a range on this trading, bit of a range up down here. It's been up down, and now it looks like it's broken this one, these highs. Now it's heading up. Also see how it's going to go on Monday, how it's going to open on Monday session, and we shall see. I think it's most likely gonna go here and even edge and then even edge higher down here. See how it's gonna show, if it's gonna go bullish, and I'm hoping, hopefully after testing this, you will have a bit of a bounce and then looking for a long side for up to these highs, or even actually this, how this is going. Let me just bring down the pen, let's see how it is, because we got quite a few. Yeah, I think it's definitely worth a risk for the long term. Looking at the daily charts, so down up here, if I generally like the pullbacks, and then I generally get on to the pullbacks. I don't buy it straight off the bat. I like to have a bit more confirmation and have a bit of a bounce back, then I go into the trades. There are obviously exceptions, but generally that's the way of my trading. So let's go to a weekly charts. Okay, the weekly charts is the trend is still going up. Obviously, it had this candle down, so that's more of a reaction to, yeah, reaction. So it took out this high, yeah, just marginally taken out this high, and then it had this big retracement. So most likely the pound's gonna go higher. Obviously, if there will be some news intervene, could be, but for now I would be looking for a long side of the cable. Let's go to the monthly. Okay, yeah, the monthly. Yeah, monthly looks pretty good. Also had this one, taking this one out. You can see it on a weekly. So look for the long term. So obviously see how it's going to open on Monday. and then proceed from there. Right, US dollar against Canadian dollar. The currency has been going up pretty well, and now it's approaching this resistance, this highs. You see that red line, and it's coming up to the weekly trend as well as monthly trends, pretty much. And I think there will be some decent resistance in there. So let's see if there's some pips to be squeezed out. Not much, probably like 40, 50 pips up until that resistance. And then for that trend line, depends how it's going to react. So there's still some pips to get out of it until it reaches that resistance. So I'm looking to go long on this currency, but as I mentioned earlier, I like the pullbacks and I got this specific strategy. So sometimes even the trend is going one way, bullish or bearish, doesn't matter, and I have this specific entry requirements it has to meet before I get onto the trade. So it's not very simple. It's yeah, it has to meet requirements for me to get onto the trade. And sometimes obviously I end up missing a trade, or sometimes the strategy does not play out as it should be. So in this case, I've been looking to this currency quite a bit, and then I think I missed one occasion to go onto the long side, and the second one it just did not play out. I think it was down. Yeah, that was down here. I was looking at it, and I think this is the one I missed. Yeah, when it retracement to down here, and I missed that trade. I'm not sure, it was like, yeah, I missed that trade. I think that was the early hours of the morning, and yeah, I was sleeping. So sometimes, yeah, sometimes you end up missing the trades, and sometimes the trade just does not, the strategy you have, it just does not play out the way it should be according to a strategy. So that happens. So in here, I'm still looking for a long side plays up until it hits that resistance, and that trend line would be, yeah, it's quite a decent resistance. But again, it tested 1, 2, and yeah, it did not came out to test that trend line. And now it's coming up, looks like it's gonna test that trend line. So that will be a third touch of the trend line. It should have a bounce for sure, at least for a bounce. Okay, now dollar yen. This is a daily chart of dollar yen. The dollar yen been range bound, has been chopping. Let me bring this pen. So in here, it's been quite this range really. Still decent pips to get out of it if you get like on top and ride it on the bottom. But if you look at the let's get rid of this. If we have a look at the weekly higher time frames on weekly and even monthly, this nice trend line down here, I would still looking for the short term on the long side, long term. I would be looking to short this currency. As you can see now, it's tested the trend line on a weekly and monthly. It's pretty much the same. And now it is going down. I'm probably gonna wait to see how it's gonna go when this will test. If it's gonna come down this low down here, and see how it's gonna react. Hopefully it will bounce a bit, maybe down here, and then I'll be looking to short sides. Probably next target could be this one, or even this actually. Let me just get rid of them and see. quite a good opportunity. So yeah, after testing this one, if it's going to come down, obviously got these and these lows, so there's quite a decent support, and if it bounces to run into 107.30 area around either these or 106.85 roughly, but this is a bit more observation needed. Okay guys, this was a weekly swing trading analysis of the Aussie dollar, Euro dollar, US dollar against Canadian dollar, dollar yen and cable. I hope you enjoyed and you found this helpful. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe